a few shloks of chapter 2 where Krishna is guiding Arjun uh, on his dilemma, on his questions, what he has. So Krishna has already told Arjun that we are soul, and soul never born and never dies. So why are you grieving over these things? This is his clear argument to Arjun. So we are reading this in Shlok 25th, chapter 2. This soul is unmanifest. It is incomprehensible and it is spoken as immutable. Therefore, knowing it as much, you should not grieve. It can never born, can never be died. It's immutable, incomprehensible, unmanifested. Something that cannot be changed. Something that is permanent. Nothing can hurt it. Then why are you grieving? This is what Krishna's argument to Arjun. And Arjun, if you should suppose this soul to be subject in constant birth and death, even then you should not grieve like this. For in that case, death is certain for the born and rebirth is inevitable for the dead. So he's saying, let's assume what I'm saying is wrong, that soul is not permanent. Let's assume that the soul also dies and is born. Even then, you should not grieve because you know he will die and then will be reborn. Then, why are you crying? This is him instigating to Arjun. Like, what is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind you being so upset? He already knows the reason. Please try to understand. Krishna is on a higher plane. Higher plane, as in, he has already removed all the impurities within him. So he is able to see clearly everything, right and wrong. Arjun is confused because he still has lot of impurities inside of him. The biggest impurity is ego, we all know. Then you have attachments, and then you have desires, and from there everything else comes. Krodh, lobh, moh, ahankar. All these things come as a package. You have one, you have it all. It's like that. So Krishna already has let go of this. He went to his guru in very childhood age. He's already God. He's an avatar, pure form, divine soul. And from there he is talking this. So he already knows what is going inside Arjun's head. He has the knowledge. But he is provoking him that he should understand what is the problem. If the soul never dies, soul is never born, then Arjun, why are you grieving? Raising a question inside of him. Why are you grieving? Okay. Then next question is, imagine, let's assume soul also dies. Okay. What I'm saying is wrong. Soul also dies, soul also is born. Then also, why are you grieving? Because you know he will be reborn. Again, a question to Arjun so that he thinks. He is putting self reflection in him. What is it that is causing you this state at this point of time? You should not therefore grieve over the inevitable. See, everybody is going to die, and when you die, you will be reborn. You already know this. Then why are you grieving over inevitable? For a normal person, this will say it doesn't make sense. What is Krishna saying? So we should just kill people? You should just keep hurting people? No, that's not what he's saying. He is only raising a question in Arjun's mind. He wants him to think. He's not saying death is inevitable, so you should just go and kill people. What's the point? No, he's just putting a doubt there about himself. And that doubt will lead to clarity eventually. That is what he's hoping. Arjun, before birth begins, are not manifest to our human senses. On death, they return to unmanifest again. So before the birth is there, we are still not able to experience any of this. When we are born, we start experiencing it. And then when we die, the experience die with it. Whatever you're feeling right now, all the senses, what eyes are seeing, what mind is thinking, your thoughts, all of these things, the negativity, the problems, all the hurdles, everything is coming, and you are experiencing because you are breathing. The moment you leave this body, the experiences also leave with it. It goes back to the unmanifested. They are manifest only in the interim between birth and death. So, all of this experience that we have is only between birth and death. This is one thing we forget. This is one of the things we forget, that we have to die. Everything is temporary, even this experiences. This too shall pass. This is a very famous thing. Everyone should remember this. There are times when you're going to be in a very tough situation, that you think everything is over. Nothing can be worse than this. That will also pass. Eventually, few years, few months later, also you will see, how did I cross that? How can anyone cross that? We all are God. Please, I want you to understand this. This is also an identity in the mind, but at least you reach to this one, then only you let go of that. You have to first reach at this. You think you are an ordinary human being who is this body and mind. First, you need to go to a phase where you think, I am the creator, I am everything. Not with ego, creator of your own destiny, not the creator of this world. No, of your own destiny. You are creating it. The actions you do, the words you say, life you live, you are creating it. You have enough freedom to do this. People say we don't have free will in this universe. That is actually the worst thing. You have free will. You have everything. Between birth and death, you are just experiencing. You're experiencing. And every experience, I'm not saying you always have to be happy. This is wrong spirituality. Everything you're experiencing, even if it's sorrow, feel it. Completely feel it. Once you completely feel it, you are actually a healthy spiritual person. This is healthy spirituality, the right spirituality. The wrong one is that I always have to pretend to be a spiritual person. I have to, crying is not normal, getting angry is not normal. This is all fake spirituality given in this world so that people can earn money from you. That's it. Nothing else. Person sitting on a stage is less spiritual than the person who's bowing down to him. Many times. Many times, actually. Because they are practicing wrong spirituality. They think, if I suppress my emotions, if I don't react, if I don't say anything, if I don't get angry, everybody will think how content this person is. Oh, they have attained it, they are enlightened, they are cheating. It's fraud. It's all fraud. You're cheating, you're deceiving yourself. And the worst, you know who's hurting the worst in this? It's the person itself. That person is getting the most hurt. Not the people who are his followers or his or her followers. No. By Because they are listening to the guru's words, they understand. They will still gain spirituality because the words are still pure. The gyan is still pure. But the person who's not applying it himself, just preaching, he is the most sufferer. If you think crying makes you weak Actually, my dear angels, a person who can cry in front of a million people is the most strongest person in this world. He has no weakness. He doesn't want people to like him or her based on crying. Be like a baby. You know how babies are? Something happens, they cry, and then immediately, okay. Then something happens, they get, what? Back to normal. Like, there's no hard feelings. What we do is we suppress it and then we keep the hard feelings. That is toxic. But that is a toxic culture. That is toxic spirituality. You are suppressing your emotions, showing that you have attained it, yet you are still struggling inside. Why? Why would you? Who do you want to please? Who are you lying to? You have suppressed so much emotions, your body cannot take it. It's hurt. It needs to release. These emotions given to you are given by God themselves to experience this human life. No emotion is wrong. Please understand. It's the intention that matters. What is your intention? Is your intention to hurt another person through your emotion? That is wrong. Expressing yourself is not wrong. There's nothing wrong in this. You are free. You have freedom to express yourself. If you're feeling hurt, it's okay to cry. It's okay to say, I'm a spiritual person, yet I feel like crying. I've been through a lot of pain. And you must have, because we all have karmas coming all over. We are going through pain. We are going through suffering. These are wounds. Any spiritual being, any enlightened soul you see, they have, many times they have just simply tears in their eyes, seeing people, happy tears, sad tears, they do. Does it mean they're not enlightened? No. They're experiencing their emotions, they are watching it. That mind is experiencing this, I'm there, I'm watching it, okay. And body is following. This is how this world works. This is the system. You put a pause in this, you force the system. You try to control the system. That is wrong. That is wrong conditioning. And that leads to more hurdles in your spiritual path. That leads to more hurdles, more suppression, more anger, more ego comes when you suppress things. So the manifest only happens between birth and death. That's it. This is what Krishna is only telling to Arjun. Only these two things, and in the middle, everything is happening. Either you can pretend to be a nice human being, either you can pretend to be a good spiritual person, either you can pretend to be a good, mother, father, brother, sister, whatever you want to pretend, this is the time. Or you can be just you. When I was sadhak, I used to say, I want to be Buddh Tattva, Nanak Tattva, these kind of things I used to say, Tattva. I changed it to my own. And I realized, I was like, I don't want to be someone else. That is wrong. Even in spirituality, you cannot be someone else. Their way is not my way. My way is my way. They have not gone through what this body has, and I have not gone through what they have. What you are going through is not same as me. We are all unique. That is the beauty. And we are all one. That is the best part. And we make it so cheap. We make things, we want to compare, we want to copy. That is wrong. Now I have my own tattva. I embellish that. I embrace that, my own tattva. That's your tattva also, but explained in a different way. When you will talk about spirituality, you will say in a different way how you have experienced it. And it's not wrong. As long as you know difference between right and wrong, as long as you're detached, as long as you're impartial, as long as you're honest with yourself you need to be honest with, nobody else. If you're honest here, that I don't want to cheat myself in this birth. This birth, I want to finish complete honesty with me. If I'm failing, I'm failing. Because there's no such thing as failing, by the way. I have to tell you that also. There's no such thing as failing. Hardly any great soul perceives this soul as marvelous. Barely anyone is there who actually sees the soul as a unique and a great thing. Not a lot of people even care. Scarce another great soul likewise speaks thereof as marvelous, and scarce another worthy one hears of it as marvelous, while there are some who know it not even of hearing it. Many know it, many hear it, but many, very few actually are marveled about it. They actually do adhyan, manan, think, go deep into this. Soul. Who is a soul? Where is it? If it exists everywhere, then who am I? What is this I'm doing? Very few come to this stage. Hey Arjun, this soul dwelling in the bodies of all can never be slain, therefore, you should not mourn for anyone. It's just simply saying you are a soul, they are also soul. Nobody will die, nobody truly dies. You should not mourn. The reason for him to say this is, firstly, in my point of view, firstly, he's telling Arjun that what is soul. He's only talking about highest language, highest spirituality. He's not going bushing around karma, bhakti, this, that. No, nothing. First time, you are soul, over. Now he doesn't understand, so he has to go other things. He has to go into other things. So Arjun is crying. He could say, Arjun, it's okay. I understand he's your grandfather. I understand. Nothing. No sugar talk, nothing. Highest level thing said to Arjun, you are a soul, they are a soul, they cannot die. Why are you crying? Full stop. Why are you crying? A question in his mind. Think that is the point of bringing seekers into. When you go to gurus, when you go to spiritual leaders, this is what they make you think about yourself. You need to inquire. There is a, this is your mind. Work with me. This is your mind. You have firstly identified, okay? Let's assume you have identified yourself separate from your mind. That also is a separate problem. We will deal with that later. So, there is a barrier in the middle that you are not seeing who you truly are. You are seeing the world through this mind, this logical function written, which has conditioned over your past life karmas, your habits, your society, friends, TVs, movies, sitcoms, whatever you watch, it is filtered and conditioned based on that. You are seeing the world through it. There's a color. Imagine the color of the specs is red. I see the whole world red. It's like that. So if I change the color of this, I see what the world actually is. So the problem was never in the world. Problem was here. What I am with what I'm seeing. So now there is a middle where you are not seeing yourself. You're not seeing this conditioned mind. You've completely blocked it. You think you are perfect. Even if you don't think you're perfect, you just don't want to see it. Too scared. Too scared to see it. This is the job of a spiritual master, to get you to start seeing yourself, who you are. What do you want? Why do you want this? What will you achieve after you get this? This is their job. Then to show you death, reality, attachment, detachment, desires. So many things, so much work is to be done, yet nothing to be done. So much work is to be done, yet nothing is to be done. That is the beauty. You have to do nothing. So here he's putting, today we're discussing this because Krishna is putting this into Arjun's mind. Why are you grieving? He wants him to realize he is attached with those people. And then he wants him to realize, who are these people he is attached to? They are evil, or they have done adharma. They are cheating. In this moment, he's not seeing right and wrong. It's not like he doesn't know what is right and wrong. Please understand, Vivek doesn't mean that you don't know at all. We all have Vivek. For other people, you have Vivek. For outside your family members, you have lot of Vivek. You know what is right and wrong. But when it comes to you, your family, that's where the blurry lines begin. That is where hands are shaking. That is where you're confused. Because that's where the attachment is. This is where Arjun's attachment is being shown to him. For you all, for us, what are we attached to? Where are your hands shaking? What are you scared of? That what you need to do homework and slowly remove those.